Hi, everybody. This is Robin Moser with Robin Moser and Associates and RE/MAX Realty Professionals. And I'm here today to tell you that you have rights when it comes to working with a real estate agent. Did you know you had rights? First off, real estate professionals are required to be licensed in the province of Alberta with the Real Estate Council of Alberta, with very few exceptions. Yes, I know, exciting, right? Blah, enough for the disclosure stuff. You have rights. When you work with a real estate agent, they're obligated to act in a certain way. 6 specific duties, to be exact, if they are representing you and only you with no conflicts of interest. Obedience is the first duty I'm going to talk to you guys about. Yes, I said obedience. I wouldn't even say those words in my wedding vows, but I didn't make up these rules. Obedience means that the agent must follow your lawful instructions pertaining to the transaction. They are not allowed to make decisions for you. They are only allowed to follow the lawful instructions you give. Lots of times, I have clients who say, just get the offer as high as you can and call me when you get there. No, I can't do that. No agent can do that. I have to present to you all offers and counteroffers. Every time I need to look to you for your direction. No agent has the right to reject or accept an offer without you seeing it or saying so. Loyalty. This is the second duty, and this means that the agent must be loyal to you and to you alone. If they are unable to be loyal, they must tell you. This means that your interests are to come above all else, including their own. A common example of this is simple. Their job is to not concern themselves with the wants and needs of the person on the house you are purchasing. They may advise you on how certain acts could invoke a certain reaction from the opposing party. But at the end of the day, their one and only concern should be you and your wants and needs. Full disclosure is another duty that many times gets confused with honesty. As much as honesty is something everybody should always do, the duty owed to you is full disclosure. This is as simple of what I know, you know. I don't get to decide what information is relevant to you. I don't get to decide what information I tell you. I tell you everything. Sometimes I like to, with my clients, preface things with, I know you don't care, but this is because I have a legal duty to fully disclose these issues. So a great example is I had a client recently who their stove wasn't in good working order. Now, when someone came along to purchase their home, and I ended up, actually, sorry, my apologies, I'm going to rewrite that example. So someone came to purchase a house that I knew the stove was not in good working order. Now, the reality of it is when the client came and looked at the house, I had to tell them I knew the stove was not in good working order on that home. That was my fiduciary obligation to let them know that the stove wasn't in good working order, because I didn't get to keep that information from them because my loyalties were to them. Confidentiality. I like to explain this one as I keep all your secrets. Obviously, an agent is not able to go around and blab all your personal information to the people who you are trying to buy the home from or that are trying to buy yours. But it's more than that. An agent is never allowed without your permission to tell someone why you are buying a house, nor are they ever allowed to tell someone what is the most or least that you are willing to pay for that home. Many times I get the question, why are your clients selling? I can't tell you, or no agent should ever, unless they have been excuse me, that's why live is so much fun, unless they have been given permission to do so. So we've got confidentiality. The next one after confidentiality is full accountability or accountability. Now, accountability is that, of course, if you give something to an agent, the agent has the obligation to ensure that the information that has been given to them the things that have been given to them have to be kept and secure and safe. So if you give me your keys, I have to keep them secure and safe, and I have to return them to you when I'm done. Another example would be if you give me a copy of your real property report, I need to keep and secure that real property report when the transaction is done and give it back to you. So if you give me things like deposit checks, real property reports, keys, I have an obligation legally to keep it secure and safe and to return it to you at the end of the transaction. And the last and final of your 6 fiduciary obligations is reasonable care and skill. Now, reasonable care and skill is a great thing to be very simple. And honestly, sometimes I think almost the most important thing for you to know that your agent has an obligation to do. And they have to act in what's called capacity, or in the knowledge base of which they have. So for an example, I can't go sell houses, even though my license allows me to, in Fort McMurray, because I have no knowledge base of Fort McMurray and its markets. So if you have an agent acting for you, they need to be able to have knowledge of where they're acting, whether it be residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural. And lots of times you can ask the agent, how many times have you done a transaction in this type of real estate, or this area, or these locations? What is your real knowledge base about helping me with this transaction? And the agent has an obligation to make sure that they're not acting outside of their scope of knowledge either. And what's fun about all of these rights is there is a super simple way to remember what your rights are. And the super simple way is an acronym called OLD-CAR: obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountability, and reasonable care and skill. That's how you can remember what your 6 rights are when working with a real estate agent, is remember the acronym OLD-CAR. I hope this minute has helped you guys understand what your rights are with real estate agents, and has assisted you in making sure that when you go out and you make these real estate transactions, that you are doing it in a manner of fully informed, because that's what's important at Robin Moser & Associates, is that you make informed decisions, and you're doing it in a way of understanding why and how the decisions you're making affect you. We hope you have a super great Friday. We hope you enjoy the weather, because at least it's not -30. And we hope to hear from you soon. And of course, feel free to share this video, or feel free to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there to watch more of our educational videos, ensuring the public is at the best possible position to make great decisions when it comes to their real estate transactions. Talk to you soon. Robin Moser with RE/MAX Realty Professionals and Robin Moser & Associates signing out.